Howdy, welcome to Stan's Garage, your behind-the-scenes look at the IT industry, providing you the necessary insights to maximize your technology investments. So we're now up to Section 6 of the Everything You Ever Wanted to Know About Managed Services series. The earlier installments defined managed IT services, spoke about how you can best implement them, discussed some of the pros and cons, went into some of the ways to determine if they're the right fit for you, and in the last video, I went in depth about what you can expect in terms of costs. If you haven't had a chance to give those a view, please check them out. But today, I'm going to get into what your business can expect once you've signed your contract and are ready to begin working with your MSP. But first, I'd like to get a little into several things to look for when you select your managed IT provider. Obviously, you want to select the best possible provider to work with, who's not only capable of doing the job, but is also a fit with you and your organization. You want those good vibes working with a company that is up to the tasks and their corporate culture is a fit with yours. So with that in mind, I've got 4 characteristics you should keep in mind when making your selection. Number 1, their staff has the technical skills to pay the bills. Look, you probably have a number of technical issues that need to be looked after. Most are going to be relatively common problems with simple solutions. Although it's the big issues that require senior technicians to resolve them, so you should be aware of the levels of expertise your provider has on hand. We've gone into the levels of technical expertise the various staff of an MSP typically has, and between them all, your bases are generally covered. What you really should consider when hiring your technology provider is if they are a technology-focused organization or one more focused on growth. I get wanting more business, of course. But I started out as a technician and haven't really veered too far from those roots. My goal is to innovate on the delivery of technical excellence to my clients first. All our staff are tech savvy and thrive in the common goal of helping our clients leverage technology to reach their objectives. We're a highly technically competent group. When you have a technical issue, any one of us will help guide you through it. Number 2, you're able to convert nerd speak into English. But when you raise an issue with your provider, sometimes you just want to be heard, right? We all do. By submitting a request with your MSP, you should get an acknowledgement, at least via an automated reply from their help desk system. This way, you know the request has been received and someone should be working on it shortly. At least that's the way our system works. When you do get a response from a technician, usually not too far after the automated reply, it shouldn't be a bunch of tech gibberish that you can't understand. The technician should be able to convert that nerd speak and respond in a way where you understand the problem, their proposed solution, and can therefore make an informed decision on what to do next. Number 3, your MSP is here to ensure your satisfaction. Besides being able to keep you in the loop, your MSP should be able to quickly and effectively resolve your issues. Believe me, that goes a long way towards keeping you, the client, happy. Arguably, the biggest factor in customer satisfaction is fast response time. While service loads vary, as does resolution time, I'm very proud of our responsiveness. I can't speak for all MSPs, but the majority of the service requests we get are responded to immediately by the ticketing system, assigned to a technician within an hour, and resolved within 2. Obviously, this is going to change depending upon the complexity of the request, other factors, such as if additional equipment will be required and technician workload. Now, whether it's a straightforward issue or one that's a bit more involved, regular updates and activity will be relayed to the clients in real time. And number 4, that technology bar is constantly being raised. Keeping the ship afloat is certainly job number 1 for your tech provider, but being tech driven, they can help you grow in any number of ways. We've touched on this previously, but your MSP will have a lot of experience with clients in your industry and many industries outside of that. By leveraging this knowledge, training, and networking with others in the field, your MSP will help you gain other benefits and competitive advantages. This know-how will not only keep your current environment in tip-top shape, but as your needs evolve, you'll have a partner to help you achieve whatever goals you can set. Now, however, before your MSP can go about maintaining and continually evolving your IT, they're going to need to assess what you've already got in place. This assessment can either take place at your office, if you even have one these days, or done virtually, whatever your preference. During the initial gathering phase of this assessment, a general overview of your environment will be collected, including things such as, number one, hardware, any hardware you use, such as your computers and network equipment, the software systems you're currently using, including locally installed applications, as well as your cloud solutions, and also gaining an accurate staff headcount to know who exactly will be requiring their support. The assessment will also get an idea of what sort of security you have in place and any shortcomings that should be addressed in that regard. While this isn't a full vulnerability scan in most cases, this will give your provider a good baseline of where your current risks are, and a plan to close those gaps will start to form. Then most MSPs will have a general questionnaire onboarding checklist they'll work with you to get filled out. To get an even more in-depth overview of your environment, the questionnaire will seek specific details needed to provide support. Things along the lines of your internet service, the account information, contact information, any servers or special systems you're running, access to some critical systems, along with any details necessary for your MSP to properly take care of you. Once this part is done, your MSP will be ready to handle all of your IT needs, and they'll be able to give you an accurate quote for their services. Now, once the assessment's complete, it's finally time to get you that contract. This contract will clearly define the roles and responsibilities your MSP provides and will have certain requirements of you as well. Now, these requirements are primarily centered around the hardware and software you use and are put in place to enable the best possible service your managed IT company can provide. By implementing trusted solutions with which they have the best experience, your MSP is setting you both up for a successful relationship. Requirements typically fall into the categories of hardware, software, and other key technologies for backup and security. Your MSP will want you using business-grade hardware with current vendor support and warranty. Yeah, sorry, but those big box store specials aren't going to cut it in the business world. Not only are the enterprise class devices going to have features and performance beyond those for consumers, but they'll also perform better over a longer period of time. As for network equipment, you definitely want to be using advanced gear to provide the level of security your business requires. From a software perspective, your MSP will have their own set of tools they use to support your environment. This would include their remote monitoring solution, as well as security software like antivirus and threat filtering solutions. Once work commences, your MSP will be installing these applications on your devices as part of their service, included in your agreement. Once in place, this will allow the bulk of the necessary work be done remotely and keep your MSP aware of any changes requiring attention. Backup solutions will also be covered as a part of your agreement. Whether you have physical servers at your location, cloud solutions, or a combination of both, your provider will have a plan in place to recover data should any issues arise. Keep that in mind during the assessment process. I'd be remiss if I said it'd be the first time a new client kept us in the dark about some critical system they were running that no one knew about until some problems arose. So pretty please, sugar on top. Let your provider know when there's a critical piece of technology you need them to support before it's too late. So these are the elements that make up the bulk of the details included in your managed IT services contract. If you have any questions or would like to add anything I might have glossed over, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.